I'd like to know, Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the emails? I'd like to know. Why aren't you
getting
brought
up the emails?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. And it hasn't been finished at all.
Ken Karpowitz has a question.
It's nice to 1-on-3.
Things getting a little heated there at the second presidential debate. Not only between the two candidates here. You had the moderators, CNN's Anderson Cooper and ABC's Martha Raddatz, getting in the mix in an unusual way. They're against Republican Donald Trump. Watch again.
You bragged that you have sexually assaulted women. Do you understand that?
When you walked off that bus at age 59, were you a different man, or did that behavior continue until just recently?
Why do they have to say we're going to be attacking Mosul within the next 4 to 6 weeks, which is what they're saying? How stupid is our country?
There are sometimes reasons the military does that. Psychological warfare.
I can't think of any. I can't think of any.
It might be to help get civilians out.
Wow. What do you think? Did they go too far here? Or were they just in a tough spot because it was an unusual debate? Joining me right now with his thoughts is Brent Bozell from the Media Research Center. Good to see you again, Brent. You know, I was watching this, and I think that was the one point where I sort of recoiled, and I thought, my goodness, what is Martha Raddatz doing? She seemed to really step out of the role of moderator and take on a whole other presence as effectively someone who was in the debate herself with Donald Trump. Yeah. What was your reaction?
I think my reaction was probably the same as so much of the public's reaction was, which you could see, you could hear, you could taste the contempt that she was showing towards Donald Trump, the complete lack of respect that she was showing him by fighting with him, correcting him, arguing with him. Don't we remember the Candy Crowley moment of 2012, where everybody said she was out of line correcting Mitt Romney, and yet she just corrected him. In this case, Martha Raddatz was arguing with him on national television. He had every right to say this was a 1-on-3 debate last night.
You know, I've moderated 2 debates now here at Fox Business, and they have certain rules and a certain amount of decorum that is expected both from the moderators and from those on stage there. And granted, it was a more challenging format, perhaps because she had all these people there on stage asking questions. But, you know, it's one thing, for example, if you, Brent, come on my show, or if Donald Trump comes on the show and I get into it, because it's a conversation and it's a different format. It feels quite different, however, because I keep expecting Hillary Clinton to go back at Donald Trump as opposed to Martha Raddatz.
Sure.
Yeah, because the public wants to see that, right?
Yeah, you know, while challenging Donald Trump's answers, she's then turning to Hillary and saying, is Donald Trump fit to be president? I mean, it was a stunning demonstration of a left-wing agenda. And isn't it interesting that the poll that just came out about 10 days ago showed that by a factor of 8 to 1, the public believes that moderators are on the side of Democrats in these debates. Mm-hmm. The American people cannot be accused of being stupid on this one. They see right through what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Now, Anderson Cooper took a little bit more of a back seat. I mean, there were some moments for him as well. However, he seemed to really permit Martha to be the one to dig in her heels and to engage in these altercations with Donald Trump. Do you think that was smart of him? I mean, was he just trying to play it a little bit more cool?
Well, after the first question, perhaps, but look at the first question. He asked Donald Trump a question about groping. Donald Trump gave an answer. He refused to accept it. Yeah. He challenged him on it. Donald Trump gave an answer. He refused to accept it. He challenged him on it. Donald Trump gave an answer. He refused to accept it. He challenged him a 3rd time. When was the last time you saw Hillary challenge, not 3 times, not twice, but just once? Well, nobody will challenge her on her answers, but Anderson Cooper entered into a debate with Donald Trump over his answer. I have no problem with that. Understand me. I have no problem with challenging a person and challenging him relentless, so long as you challenge the other person the exact same way.
In other words, you're just asking for fairness in this, period.
That's all.
Brent, good to see you.
And the American people saw that it's not happening. It's just not happening in these debates. They're now 0 for 3 in fairness and balance in these debates. 0 for 3.
Wow. Good to see you, sir. Thank you very much, as always. Our own Chris Wallace is scheduled to moderate